Hey everybody. Hey Rosie, how are you?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Doing well, doing well. Good to see you, Rosie. Good to see you. So yeah, this should be a good class for you. I just scheduled classes over the last 2 days, and I'm trying to make sure there's a good balance between beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So it should be good. Should be good. And what we'll work on now is we'll work on prepositions. Prepositions. There's a long list of prepositions. We'll go through them alphabetically. Okay. Okay, so it should be good. So how many classes do you get to take in one day on verbling? Do you take 2 classes, 3 classes, 4, 5?
My second.
Your second for today? Okay, good, 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 good. And you take beginner classes right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good, good, good. Let me put up all everybody's way. Let me put up the screen share. I always like to put this up here on here. So what are you mainly working on? Are you trying to work on your grammar? Are you trying to work on your pronunciation? Are you trying to expand your vocabulary? What is it that you mainly work on when it comes to improving your English? What is your main area of focus, Rosie?
Sorry, Bret. Can you repeat, please?
Yes. When it comes to the English language you're continuing to learn, are you mainly concerned with speaking? Is that the main thing that you're trying to work on?
Speaking. My mainly difficult is speaking, listening.
Yep, yep. And right now, are you going to school? Are you taking English courses, live English courses in school?
School English here in Brazil.
Yep. Yeah, are you taking classes? It's okay. So I was just trying to figure out if you're taking classes beyond just verbling. Let's say hi to the other students, and then we'll start class. Okay, Rosie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so 2 Ahmeds to start off with. Ahmed Jayare, hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Hello, hey, Ahmed Khalil.
Yes, welcome. I missed you from last night.
You missed me last night? Okay, well, good, good, good. I'm here now. I'm here now in plenty of classes. So good to see you. Hello, Enter Sa, is that right? Enter Sa Yasin? Okay. And Enter Sa, make sure that you unmute your microphone. There's a red microphone above the verbling chat, okay? Hello, Mo Tur.
Hello,
Hi, Mo. Where are you from, Mo?
I'm from Syria.
Okay, good, Mo. Welcome to class. Mohammed Asim. Okay, and I'll help you guys with your microphones. Hello, Mustafa.
Hello, teacher.
Welcome to class. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Oliver. Hello, Oliver.
Hello, Bret.
Hello. And Samir. Hi, Samir.
Hi, teacher Bret. How are you?
Hey, doing well, doing well. Okay, let's try to help out these other students real quick, and also give them fair warning that they need to make sure that everything's working. Okay. So, Entisar, and also let's see. I think Mohammed. Okay. So, guys, there's a red microphone up here. You need to unmute your microphone. Okay? If you cannot get that working, here is a link that you can use. Okay? Now, I hate to tell you this, but the classes get very full these days. And because of that, if you can't get your microphones working, you can't get things working, we're not going to kick you out of Verbling permanently, but we will have to eject you out of class, okay? Don't worry, you won't be ejected permanently, but it's up to you. You see all the other students that have things working, right? Okay? So, Mohammed and also Entisar, you have to get your microphones working. Okay, good, good. And Mo, make sure you mute yourself when you're not speaking. Do you see all that green that's coming from you? It's because you keep making sounds. So mute your microphone. And everybody else, mute your microphones when you're not speaking. Hello, Entisar, how are you?
Fine, fine.
Good.
Okay.
Entisar, can you turn up the volume on your microphone so that we can better hear you?
Okay.
Yeah, just turn up the volume, okay, so we can better hear you. As right now, it's hard to hear you, okay? The link that I gave to you, this is a preposition list. You can tell it's massive, okay? There's a lot here. We're just going to start. We're going to start with the A preposition. We're going to go through here, create example sentences so that we know how to use them, talk about these, and so forth. This is a beginner level class, okay? Again, it's a beginner level class, so it's going to go really slow, okay? So for some of you, it might be a little too slow, all right? But that's okay. Hello, Ahmed Jara. Ahmed, and I apologize, I'm really horrible with names. Ahmed J. Do you mind if I just call you that? So, Ahmed J. Ahmed, make sure there's a little bit of echo coming from you. So it's usually a good idea if you... Of course, headphones are the best, okay? But at least a pair of earbuds will stop some of that echo that we have, some of the feedback, okay? So it's a good idea just to put a pair of those in. And I know phones are a little expensive. Buds are rather cheap, right? You know? Okay, and usually people have a pair laying around. Okay, so again, this is the list where we're starting off with, and we're just going to go one by one. If anybody here wants to give an example sentence when we're giving these, please feel free to, okay? Oh, hey, Ahmed's gone. Okay, Ahmed, can you start here with the first one?
Yes, okay. Abroad. We went abroad the boat. Is there a doctor abroad the plan? Aboard, sorry, aboard.
It's okay. I was going to correct you. No problem. Okay. So yeah, so aboard, okay? We also talk about things. We have a idiom in the U.S. called above board, okay? And actually we'll get on that a little bit later. What that means is things that are not illegal, things that are good, okay? Things that aren't bad when you're doing things properly. So aboard, yeah, we went aboard the boat. That's when you go on to something, okay? You also board a plane, okay? So that's the action of when you're going on to something. So we boarded the boat, we went aboard the boat as well, okay? So let's see here, I'll pick somebody randomly. Mustafa, can you use aboard in a sentence?
Aboard? Okay. Let me, teacher, think. Board, if I want to use it.
By the way, most of the time you use it for planes and boats, different things like that. Maybe a barge, you know. You can also use it when it comes to like a barge. So here's a barge.
So I can use it in this way. So welcome aboard this flight to some place.
Yep. Welcome aboard this flight. Very good. Very good. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And let me just one thing here. Let me see how well this is going to work. Okay. So good. Good. Welcome aboard the plane. Okay. I'm your flight attendant. Hello, Enrique. Hi, Enrique.
Hello.
Hi, Enrique. How are you?
Fine. Thank you.
Okay. So, I'm going aboard. Yeah, I'm going aboard the boat. You want to say really, I'm going to board the boat. I'm going to board the boat. Okay. Okay, Enrique. About. Can you read here about?
How about what do you think about Mary? Let's talk about something different. I've just read a book about President Kennedy. The lion was pacing about its cage.
Yep. Um, no, I'm going to walk on board the boat. Gotta. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, so about. This is when you're talking usually about ideas and so forth, but also people say he is going. Hear that as well, going about his business, okay, which means just starting and doing his different things during the day, okay? All right. Rosie, can you use about in a sentence?
What sentence, Bret?
Yes, can you give an example sentence using about?
About? How about study English together?
How about we study English together? How about we study English together? Good, 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 very good. Okay. Hello, Felix.
Yes, teacher.
Hi, Felix. How are you today?
Fine. You?
Good. Doing well, doing well. Can you read above here? Can you read above?
The second one, teacher.
Well, above, ABOVE.
Yes, yes, yes. We live in the hills 1,000 meters above sea level.
No, keep going. Read all the examples, okay?
An example. I don't know, teacher,
No,
the
no,
meaning
no,
of
no. It's okay. Read all of these examples here.
okay,
Yep.
okay. We are flying above the cloud. We live in the hills 1,000 meters above sea level. It's only 2 degrees above freezing point. Who who can above in the rest results?
Okay.
The test result. Excuse me.
Okay. Yep. Got it. Got it. Good. 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 Okay. So there we go. So yeah, above. So you have one object, and then you are above it. So one on top of another one, but you don't want to put it just where it's on top. Like you wouldn't say the book is above the table. Okay. Say that. So for instance, if you have a table, okay, things on top of it, you wouldn't say that it's above, okay? But you can say with the clouds, okay? So the clouds are above the mountains, okay? For example, all right? Also, if you're in an apartment, if your apartment is above the floor below it, okay? Above, all right? So, Samir, can you use
Yes,
above in a
teacher.
sentence?
Okay. Uh, my keys over there above the table.
Say that again.
My keys over there above the table.
Well, so you wouldn't want to say you really want to say it like that. So you want to say they're on top of the table, okay?
Okay.
Or pardon me, you want to say they're on the table. So yeah, your keys can be sitting on the table. And sorry guys, I'm trying to also deal with all the chat here. See, okay? So Thanks, Alpha Pilot. So no, so Samir, what I was saying is you do not want to say. So if you have something, so book. So for instance, if your keys are just sitting on the table, you don't want to say they're above the table. Now maybe if you have keys
On the table.
Yeah, they're on the table. So maybe if your keys are hanging up, okay, and then there's something below it, then your keys would be above it, right? So if, for instance, there was a table against the wall and your keys were hanging up, then your keys could be above it. If you look at this set of keys, okay, all right,
Yes.
then these keys are above these keys down here, okay? So that would be an example of above. So when you're above something, you're not touching it, because when you're touching it, then you're on it. Okay, Samir?
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher,
Yes.
teacher.
Yes, Felix. Mm-hmm.
Is, for example, if some article is in contact with the other, is on. For
It's
example,
on.
yes. For example, the book is on the table that you give to us.
Yeah, so if
But
it's touching.
if it's a boss, it's not in contact.
Yeah, so, but also to keep in mind that, hey Mo,
Yeah.
yeah, mute yourself when you start typing, because your keyboard is right next to, okay, right next to your microphone, okay, all right? So just make sure you mute yourself when you're speaking, or when you're typing. So yeah, so back to you, Felix. So yes, but also keep in mind that when something is on something, it has to be above it, but it's touching it. Do you get it? Okay? Because you can still have
Yes.
things that are touching, that are next to it. It can be to the left or to the right. It could be next to it. They're still touching. Okay? So just think about
Okay.
above as being on top, but not touching it. So it's right above it. Okay? Okay? So good.
Teacher,
Okay,
Yep.
teacher.
Yep.
can I say I have two bathrooms above the roof?
I have what?
I have two bathrooms above the roof.
Yeah,
The
I'm
roof.
sorry for yeah, I'm really trying to listen. For some reason the words are coming in a little mixed up. I have what?
Two bathrooms.
Can you type that out? To what?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm really trying to pay attention.
This word is used also
Two
in
bathrooms?
documents.
Yeah, but
Yes,
what are your
above the roof.
above the roof? No, you could say there are two bathrooms above this floor, right? So if you had like a 3-story house. Okay, so for instance, if your house here, let's say you have like a 3-story house, okay, these are 3 stories, okay? And if you had a bathroom up here, you could say the bathrooms are above the 2nd floor, okay? That's how you could say that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or there is a swimming pool above the roof.
So if it's on top of the roof, usually you're on top of the roof, okay? So if there were clouds, so the clouds are above the house, okay? They're above the roof, okay?
Like the flight now above me, like on a plane above me. We can
The
say
sky
it's
is,
on me.
yeah, the sky is above me. Yep, the sky is above me. And yeah, Mo, you could say that. Okay. All right. So okay, so let's continue on. So let's see, Felix, across. Can you read across, Felix?
Yes, teacher. Across. We draw across the desert. The dog ran across the road. There is a bridge across the river. She lived in the house across the street. Is nearly opposite mine.
Okay. So yeah, so across can mean different things, right? So in here, these people are sitting across from each other. They're sitting across from each other. They're opposite of each other. Okay? All right. Now also too, for instance, okay, to drive across the United States. So I started here and I drove to here, okay? That's across, across. When you go from one end of something to the other, okay? All right? So I went across the United States, okay? All right? Now also too, when you look at here, when it's river, okay? So this bank here, so rivers have banks. That's the side of the river. This bank is across from this bank. However, okay, I am going to cross the river. That means I'm going to go from this to this. I'm going to cross, not across, I'm going to cross the river. That's the action, okay, that I take. Once I am over here, I'm saying I am across. I am across from this bank. This bank is across from this one, okay? So when you have crossing, I see somebody put crossing. So crossing is the action, okay, when you end up being across from something else, okay? All right? The ship across the world. So yeah, so you could say, yeah, the ship is across the world, is on the other side of the world, okay? All right? So let's see here. Motor, can you use across? Hello, motor. Okay. All right.
Do you mean me?
Yeah, isn't your name Mo, M-O-H, and then Tur, T-U-R?
Sir, just more.
Okay, sorry, Mo. And Mo, please do me a favor. Don't click your keyboard when you're talking, okay? Because we can hear your keystrokes, okay? So Mo,
Yeah,
can you give me an example with the cross, please?
cross. To cross street, like cross the street or.
Yeah, but that's the action, okay? So you're going to cross the street. Now you can say the house across the street. So let's look at a street, okay? Everything is fine, okay? Remember, this is a beginner class, okay? This is a beginner class, okay? So I know you guys are beginners, so don't worry if you get something wrong. Let's look at this picture, okay? Here is a street. Here is the left side of the street. Here is the, pardon me, here's the left side of the street. Here's the right side of the street, okay? This guy is across the street from this guy, okay? These people are crossing the street. It's the action that they're taking. They're crossing the street, okay? So do you see how that works out?
And can we see this swimmer crossing from this side to this side?
Yep, she is crossing. She is crossing from this side to this side, and then once she has completed crossing, she is across the street now. Okay.
She is across the street.
Yep, because that's when
she
you're
crossed the street.
exactly. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent, guys. Good job. Okay. Hi, Dia. Welcome to class. Hello, Dia. Yeah. Hey, Dia, there's really something wrong with your microphone today, and it's just cranking out a lot of sound, okay? I'm sorry, Dia. You know I like having you in class, Dia, but there's just really just a large amount of sound coming from you. Hello, Gata.
Hello.
Hey, Gata. Welcome to class. How are you today?
I am fine.
Good, good, good. So, after, can you read what's on the screen? Can you read this after?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Read after. Just read what's on the screen. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just read after and then
Okay.
read. Go ahead.
After, also conjunction. We had lunch 1 p.m. after the meeting. Let's meet the day after tomorrow.
So after. So something is after. So this happens, okay? And then something else is after it. It's the opposite of before, okay? Before, all right? So if you look at these examples, you would say, we had the meeting, if you want to put it opposite, the meeting was before lunch, okay? All right? Okay, so with here tomorrow, okay, the day after tomorrow, okay, is going to be, there's going to be a day before that day tomorrow, okay? So after, something happening after it. Oliver, can you give me an example sentence using after?
I see you after the match.
I'll see you after the match. Yep. So maybe you're going to a soccer match or a soccer game, either way, and you're going to see me after. Okay. Good.
Exactly.
Good. Very good. You guys are doing excellent. Mo, and I won't call you Motor. I'll just call you Mo. Yep. And also, yeah, and you can also look after somebody. You can look after someone. I'm going to look after my little sister. Okay? Going to look after my little sister today. Mo, can you read against?
Against. Do you vote? Do you vote for or against the suggestion? He put his bicycle against the wall.
Okay. So, for instance, in here, so this is when he's sitting against, okay? They're sitting against the wall. They're touching it. She's also next to the wall, but it's better to say that she's sitting against the wall, okay? Also, when you're in opposition, so maybe you have political parties.
If I'm sitting against someone, I'm the opposite of him also.
No, and let me explain why, okay?
Across of him.
Yeah, across, and it's okay. Yep, you're sitting opposite. You're correct. You're also sitting across from them. But when you're against something like that, you're touching it. Okay? You're touching it. All right? That's when you have contact with it. But also, you have against, when you're against something, you're opposing it. So, for instance, in the United States, we have two political parties. Okay, so they are against each other. All right, they have different ideas, so they're always going against each other. Okay, always fighting against each other. Okay, hello, Alejandra. Hello, Alejandra. Okay, Alejandra, you need to make sure you unmute your microphone. There's a red microphone, okay? And Alejandra, you have to be able to get your microphone working, okay? Or you'll have to leave class, and we'll help you leave class as well, okay? All right? So, Ahmed, can you use against in either format?
Yes, okay. The Democratic, sorry, against the, what they call it? The other party in the USA? The Republican.
Against the Republican. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. And good, Samir. So, Samir, usually we just say we have to stand up against racism. Okay. Now, Samir, you are correct if the context was where we were talking about. And again, guys, racism is a really tough, strong word. Okay. So I'm just giving an example. Let's say if Samir and I, let's say we were in Africa, and maybe some reason some really rich white people, okay, were oppressing the native dark-skinned people, okay, all right, and they were doing things that were bad. That's racism. If we saw that happen, okay, if we saw that happen where people of different color, okay, are treating each other, also people of different beliefs as well, okay, if they're oppressing somebody, you know, doing something wrong to them, if we saw that, then we could say we need to stand up against the racism because we're pointing at that particular incident of racism, Samir. Okay.
I will say directly against racism, not against
Yeah.
race.
So, yeah, if we're just talking in general, we'd say we have to stand up against racism. If we're talking about a particular occurrence of racism, that's when we would say, hey, we have to stand up against the racism because we're pointing to that. I don't think we would ever say we would have to stand up against a racism, okay? Because you never have to use that.
Can I say,
like I say, we have to stand up against...
One second, Mo, and I'll get to you, I promise. What's the last part, Samir?
I can say we have to stand up against the racism of ethnic.
So if you're saying like the ethnic racism, okay?
The ethnic racism, yes.
Yeah, you'd want to say it ethnic, because then you're pointing out a particular type of racism. Very good, very good.
I mean, that's correct.
Yeah, you can say it, but a lot of times you can just say, I'm going to stand up against ethnic racism, because we already know that. You don't have to use the. All right?
Yes.
Okay? Usually it's just for a particular instance, but you can say the. And you usually want to like the use of ethnic racism, things like that. Right? So it's better to leave it out is what I'm trying to say. Mo, go ahead, Mo.
Can I say I parked my car against like the red building?
I bought my car against the what?
The building, red building, white building, something.
Yeah, but a car is really not going to be against a building because it's not going to be sitting against it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you said about the bicycle, that means it's touching the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's touching the wall. So that's when you know, some people, if you don't have a kickstand, so you know, like a bike kick. So when a bike has a kickstand, right? So if you don't have that, you know, you're going to have a bike against.
Yeah, I understand it now.
Okay, just trying to make sure. No problem. And sometimes I might over-explain myself just because of the different people viewing. So just so they don't go away with the wrong impression. Now, there's also another way that you can use against. It's still a similar thing, but listen to this. I bought the car against the wishes of my wife. Okay?
Yeah,
so that means my wife did not want me to buy it, so I bought it against the wishes. Let me write that down. And I think you guys know that when I type, it mutes me, so I just don't even try speaking anymore when I type. Nice little feature, huh? Okay. So you could say Google Plus put in the mute feature against the wishes of us teachers. Okay.
Teacher?
Yes. Yes, Gata.
I have sentence.
Go ahead.
If you against someone, you should don't forget respect him.
Yeah, you could say, very good, very good. You could say, even though you are against someone else, don't forget to respect their beliefs, right? Okay?
Yeah.
Or respect their opinion. Respect their opinion. Very good, very good. Yeah, and sometimes we have to understand that, right? You know, and that makes the world a better place. Very good, very good. You guys are all doing really well today, okay? So good, good. Yeah, and thanks, Samir. Thanks for the further explanation, okay? Very good. This is a good class so far. Oliver, along.
Along. We walk along the beach for 2 miles. There are 3 along the road. The toilet is along the corridor.
The toilet is along the corridor. That's a that one just sounds a little odd for some reason. I would hope the toilet is in the bathroom, but sometimes it's sticky. Sometimes it's sticky. Hey, I mean, I've lived in enough third world countries. There's toilets everywhere. Sometimes it's just a hole in the ground, but it just seems kind of weird. Maybe the bathroom is along the corridor. Okay, so good. So yeah, so we walked along the beach. So you have the beach here. Okay, so here's a beach. So you walk along, okay? You walk along this, okay? All right? And the,
What mean watch over? Because there are some by Jimi Hendrix, I guess, that is named All Along the Watch Over.
Oh no, Watchtower.
No, but it's not watch.
No, it is. It's all along the Watchtower. So here, watch, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know a Watchtower is, but I think that the Hendrix. Ah.
Yeah, so Jimi Hendrix. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Watchtower. Ah, yeah, you're right.
Yep. So all along the Watchtower. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to start singing. Yeah. So I don't know the full meaning of it, but this was happening, I think, near the time of I don't even want to say, because I think it might have been near Vietnam, but anyway. So Watchtowers. So watchtowers are in the military, right? When you're looking out for something, okay? So here's a watchtower. So all along the Watchtower, so the little soldiers and everything are walking along, okay? So these people are along the Watchtower right now. Oh, hey, this is the Grand Canyon. Actually, I've been in this Watchtower. I just realized that. Yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry to get so excited, but the Grand Canyon is a beautiful, beautiful place if you ever have a chance to go there. But anyway, yeah, these people are along the Watchtower. They're also along the edge of the cliff, okay?
Teacher. Teacher. It's correct if I say I climbing along the mountain.
I'm climbing along the mountain. Well, usually you're climbing up. Usually you climb up a mountain, okay?
Climb up.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so. Yeah, but let me show you something, okay? So this, do you see this? This is a ridge. This is a ridge, okay, in a mountain, okay? And sometimes when you get near the top, you say, I'm climbing along the ridge, okay? All right? Okay. Now, go ahead.
I can say like I'm from city located along the Mediterranean Sea.
Say that again.
My city located along the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh yeah, the Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah.
So are you in Egypt? Is that where you're at?
No, Egypt not in the Mediterranean Sea, sir. Egypt on the Red Sea. No, yeah, of course. Egypt on
no,
the
Egypt.
No,
Egypt is. Did you say Red Sea or Mediterranean? I'm sorry. Did you say Mediterranean?
I agree. Egypt, it has two sea, like it's along the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea also. Yeah,
okay,
right.
no problem. But Egypt is along the Mediterranean Sea. No problem. It's all good. I was kind of perplexed. Yep. So Libya is along the Mediterranean Sea. Egypt is along the Mediterranean Sea. Okay. Hello, Stephanie. Stephanie Perez.
See?
Hi. Hello. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie, make sure that you mute your microphone when you're typing, okay? Just because you make a lot of noise, all right? Sounds like little chickens.
Okay.
Where are you from, Stephanie?
I'm from Ecuador, but I'm in United States right now.
Okay. All right. Don't get shot while you're in the U.S. A lot of people get shot there. So be careful, all right? Sometimes
Okay.
maybe it's good to wear a bulletproof vest when you're walking around, okay?
Okay.
We'll get you going. But yeah, Stephanie, is this your first time on Verbling?
Yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah, I
good.
need.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, now
welcome
continue. I'm sorry.
class. We're learning prepositions. Just, again, make sure you're in a quiet environment. Make sure that when you're not speaking, you mute your microphone, especially if you're typing, okay? All right?
Okay.
Okay, so good, good, good. Okay, so let's see here. Rosie, can you read here alongside? Hello, Rosie. Oh, maybe your connection's a little bad. We'll give Rosie some time.
No.
Okay, no
Hey,
problem.
Bret.
I mean, hey, no, I know you're a good student, so I was just giving you a little bit of time. Can you read alongside?
And they both came alongside our boat. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead.
What does mean alongside, Bret?
Well, let's read the second one too. So Team A. Okay. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie, listen, okay? You don't hear it, but we do. When you unmute yourself and you have a lot of sound coming from your computer, a lot of sound coming from you clicking, okay? All right?
Okay.
So you have to keep it muted. If you don't, what we do is we actually knock you out of class, okay? All right?
Okay.
It seems kind of mean, but just like when you're a little kid and you're in school and you do something bad, you know, a little I don't know where you're. I know you're from Ecuador, but we stick there. Okay. We don't want to have to put you like a little kid where we stick your nose in the corner. Okay. So just make sure it's nice and quiet. Okay. It happens. Okay. So Rosie, alongside the other one here, Team A worked alongside Team B. It's kind of like when things are parallel. Okay, kind of like when they're parallel. They're right next to each other. Here, let me show you parallel. Okay.
Parallel.
Yeah, so parallel lines, okay?
Parallel. Yes.
Yep, kind of like that. So when you have, like, for instance, they have a boat.
I can say my street is alongside another street.
So yeah, you don't really say that though, because you have the houses and everything. You don't really have streets that are alongside each other. Okay, all right. It's more of an action like this boat. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Stephanie. You just don't get it. Okay. It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay. Bye bye. Adios. So this is a prime example here. Okay. So this boat is alongside this one, all right? So when you have, you know, like a, let me see, street. I understand what you're saying, but you don't really put in here, for example, you don't say that this street is alongside this street, okay? Now you'd say these streets run parallel to each other, okay? But you don't really have streets that are alongside each other, okay? All right. So, okay, so good. Hello, Victor.
Hello, hi.
Hi, Victor. Where are you from, Victor?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, good, good, good. Welcome to class, Victor. Okay, so let's see here. Enrique, I haven't called on you a long time. Enrique, can you use alongside? Okay. Oh, and let me explain alongside as well. So yes. So here, Team A worked alongside Team B. Okay. So.
Sir, can I ask you a question? Alongside,
Go ahead.
It is like in parallel, yeah?
Yep. So like in parallel.
The parallel. Yeah, the team A work alongside, like in parallel, in the same time with team B. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And like this guy is working alongside his partner. Okay? All right? So they're working together, right? They're working together. All right? So they're both working on maybe something different, but they're working together. They're working alongside each other, okay? And it's a position as well. So you could also say this boat is next to the other boat, okay? All right, and this boat is also one more second. This boat is also sitting against. It is docked against this other boat, okay? All right, yeah. Go ahead, Gata.
Teacher, can you say my car alongside car my neighbors?
Yeah, so for instance, okay, so if you have two cars, okay, so this car is alongside the road, okay, do you see that? Okay, it's also alongside the street, and these cars are not parked alongside each other. This one is parked in back of, this one in the middle is sitting in back of, this one in front of the other one. So the silver car is also in between two black cars. These cars here are parked alongside each other. Okay? They're parked alongside each other. Good job, guys. Good job. Good questions here. Yeah, Enrique, I haven't asked you enough questions today. Enrique, can you use alongside as in an example sentence? And I know we've used so many, there's very little left. But can you try, Enrique?
Yes. For example, the car was alongside us when it was overtaking us.
Yeah. So what you're talking about is when you're you see. Yeah, it's just going to show a bus. Okay, so yeah, if this was churned around more, then the car was alongside the bus. Yep, and when you say it's overtaken, you're right, it's passing it. So you have to go alongside it in order to pass it, right? Because you're not just going to jump ahead. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, so this here, so let's go to the next one. We really don't use this as much, but Samir, go ahead. Yeah, and Samir, so you have an example here, and I'm sorry guys if I don't always get into this, but Samir has an example, and it should be the two governments worked alongside each other to combat drugs, for instance. And Geraldine, even though you're just an acronym, please leave out the F word, Geraldine, okay? All right? Okay, we know what it means, and that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Geraldine, but yeah, we don't deal with OMFG here. Okay, all right. And I understand sometimes in some of the readings that we end up with the cuss word here and there, but that's not on purpose. Okay. So Samir, can you read amid, amidst? Can you read this?
Okay. Amidst, boutique. I couldn't hear her amid the noise. We were lost amidst the trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we don't use this that much. So, let's see here. So, yeah, among is a another way to say amid. So, you know. She was amid us during the hard times, okay? Also, too, some people, and and I know not everybody's religious, but you would say God is amid us, okay? So He's around us, okay? All right? And then amidst, they use that in poetry. We really don't use amid that much, though, okay? All right, let's go on to the next one, all right? So, Victor, can you read this? Among, amongst?
Yes. Amongst. Is there a doctor among us? There were secret police among the crowd. I was amongst strangers. I didn't know anyone.
Okay, so yeah, and again, you could say, is there a doctor amid us? But really, we just don't use it that much. Okay, and usually, you know, like we use amid more, more informal. Okay, among and amongst is usually what we use more often about things that are within our circle or within our
What's the
circle
difference
that
between
are around us.
among and amongst?
Among, so we just use amongst more. That's in British English. Okay, all right. We usually say among us. So us Americans, we just use among. You know, just a difference between between American English and proper British English. Okay, so let's look at a crowd of people. Okay, so well, there's too much of a crowd here, but that's okay. So these people are among the other people in the crowd. Okay, like it says here, is there a doctor among us? So if one of these people is a doctor, yes, there's a doctor among us. Okay, all right, and that's really about the only way that we use among. Oliver, can you give an example sentence with among? And usually it is just when you're with a group of people. Okay, all right. Hello, Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Oliver, can you use among in a sentence?
Okay. There is enough sugar in the mixer.
Yeah, you really wouldn't use it like that among the mixer. Maybe you would put one of the you know, sugar is among one of the ingredients in the recipe. Okay, so sugar is among one of the ingredients in the recipe. Okay, so let's look at recipe, guys. Okay, so when you're making something, okay, when you're making something, these are the ingredients. Okay, so for example, organic cane sugar. So sugar is among one of the ingredients in the recipe. Okay, so that would probably be a better way to say that. Also, too, if it's in the mix. Go ahead,
Can
Mo.
I say I'm the best student among all these students?
I'm the best student among all of the other students or among these students. Yep. Okay. You just made everybody mad, though, because they're thinking, you're not the best student. I know you're just... Mo, I'm just kidding. I know you're just using an example. Okay? No problem. No problem. Okay? I was among beautiful girls, and yeah. So in this example, Samir, you would want to say I was among the beautiful girls in the party. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, good for you, as Alpha Pilot says. Okay. And you could say I was among many beautiful girls in the party. All right. So, but you want to use something in front of beautiful girls in there. Okay. So, okay, so good. Hello, Ali.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Very well, Ali. Very well. Ali, can you read what's on the screen? This anti?
Yes. He seems to be anti my idea. My idea, I speaking English.
What's that? Yeah, so he seems to be anti my idea. People seem to be anti everything. Okay, all right. Some people. Okay, so people are looking at consumerism and they're becoming anti-consumerism, not anti-capitalism, but anti-consumerism. because they realize that it's ripping the planet apart, right? Okay.
Antivirus.
And then it's antivirus. Okay. So yeah, but in antivirus, okay, we usually also put those. Okay.
Antibiotic.
But an antivirus, okay? Yeah, and a lot of times we'll put those together. So this is when it's separated. Even anti-consumerism is together, you know. But anti is just, yeah. What I'm saying is
antibiotic medicine also you can use.
yeah. So antibiotic.
Antibiotic, yeah.
Yep, antibiotic and stuff. And yeah, and usually anti too is used as a prefix to a word, okay? So you have a virus, you have an antivirus, so you're against it, okay? All right? But anti is just when you're in opposition, okay? Some people are anti-everything. They're very negative. Say it again.
When you have resistance, yeah?
When you have a resistance to something, okay? Like an antidote. Yeah, resistance against something. Yep. So and you have an antidote. Okay. You know, when you try to fix something, okay? So an antidote. An antidote for irony. That's great. Okay. Let's continue on here. So Ahmed, around.
Okay, sir. We talked around the town for an hour. They all sat around the campfire. There is a big fence around the house. He was born around 1570. Let's meet around 7 p.m.
Yep. So for instance, here's a fence. Here's a fence that's around. It looks like nothing. Okay. All right. So and here's a campfire. Okay. So everybody's sitting around the campfire. Okay. So around, usually when it's surrounding something. Ali, make sure you mute your microphone when you're not speaking, so we don't hear your fingers typing. Okay. All right. So, yep. Yeah, also around when it comes to time, okay? So right now, it's around time to stop class, which it actually is. And I do have to stop class right now just because the Hangouts take a little while to generate, and I have another class coming up. So good class. Again, beginner class today, so